Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm Connie Douglas from Great Stamping with Connie. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Canada, and I would like to welcome you to Connie's Craft Along. Thank you so much for joining me this evening. If it's evening for you, it is Thursday, February 1st. Can you believe it? We made it through January. Yay. It's a bit of an accomplishment, and I think we should celebrate that because January can be a really long month. It can be a really cold month. I mean, we didn't have a whole lot of really cold weather where I am, but it can be a little tough to get through. But we did it, and we're here. We have arrived at February. So February is an exciting time, and we're going to kick it off tonight with Connie's Craft Along. So if you are here joining me, say hello. Let me know that you are here. And if you're watching this on replay, let me know that you're catching the replay. And this will post on my Facebook page, Great Stamping with Connie, which you've probably found if you're watching me. But this will post there. And feel free to comment on it with a photo of something that you have crafted. We're going to do a 6x6 one sheet wonder tonight. So we're going to make a few cards and hopefully you've been able to prep for that. But if not, you can always, watch this again and get the measurements and everything, and then you could craft afterwards. So entirely up to you, whatever works. What do I need to share with you this evening? February 1st. Okay, so Stampin' Up! Is putting out 2 new kits every month. Early in the month, depending what falls where. And for February, the first fell today. And so it's today. I think they generally do these releases on a Thursday. I don't know that that's a rule. That's just when the last few have been. So today is Thursday. We're into February, and there are 2 new all-inclusive kits available. And I have to tell you, they are wonderful. You need to go to my online store and check them out. Just look for online exclusives and you will see all of them, but these will be highlighted right at the beginning. So there is some home decor. There's frames and some plants and things that you create. And there's 4 of them. You get all 4 in each kit. So it's a great deal and it'll make some beautiful home decor for you. And the other one is some celebration stuff with sparkly bits and things. So it looks like lots of fun as well. So be sure to check that out. If you are a demonstrator, there are new online exclusive products that will be coming for customers in March. But as a demonstrator, we get a sneak peek and a sneak buy. We can get access to these products sooner. And this time we have access to all of them. So if you are a demonstrator, we can buy any of the new online exclusive products right now, not just a few that they've decided to feature, but all of them. So that's exciting. So there are some great new things coming in there too. Some pretty bright, colorful things. And I had just a really quick scan of them. But have to go back and look because, I'm kind of at the, oh, I want it all. And, I might have to make a couple choices, but I'll go back and take a look and pick out my favorites to start with. And more exciting news, there are new celebration items that they have added. So with any $60 order in Canada, you may select a free celebration item, and they've added new ones. So when you are placing your order and you get to the celebration redemption section, which comes during checkout, make sure you check everything that's there now because there are some new items there. um, I want to say maybe five or six new items in the $60 level one, and I believe 2 new things in the 120 level 2 point. So check for those, look for those. Celebration, don't forget, we're coming down now. We still have 28 days because there's 29 days in February, and we've only used one so far, but the end of February and celebration will come to an end. So make sure you get all the freebies you can. Okay, let's head down to the craft space and we can get started. There we go. Okay. Oh, sorry. Lots of glare on there. Can I change that up a little bit, maybe? We'll see. Okay. Hello, Lorna. Welcome. We are just about to start our cutting. So hopefully you have a piece of 6x6 designer series paper. Hello, Suzette. Welcome. You can use 12 by 12 and cut it down if you wish. I am using the lighter than air, I believe is what it is called. It's the hot air balloon paper, and I had a whole bunch of it. Oh, it's right over there. Anyway, I believe that's what it is. So I'm going to use this one to show you how to cut. I've actually cut cardstock and things for another piece that I cut earlier. So, but I'll show you how to cut it here. So the first thing that we are going to do, and you can do it either direction. So we're going to make a piece that is 4 by 2, which will leave a piece that's 2 by 2. So if you want 4 by 2 this way, and you could turn it either way, it doesn't really matter. You would cut 2 inches here. I think I'll do that just to make things easy. So we are going to cut right across our paper, whoops, at 2 inches. Okay, so now I have a piece that is 6 by 2, and I'm going to cut this at 4 inches. Okay. So I will have a piece that is 4 by 2 and a piece that is 2 by 2. Okay. And oh goodness, I'm just going to set this. Can I get all of this in the camera, do we think? Pretty much, eh? Okay, so there are those 2 pieces. Okay, and then with this piece that I have left, I am going to cut this in half at 3 inches. Okay, so now I have a piece that is 3 inches, and it's going to be 4 inches long right now because this is where we cut the 2 off. So it's 4 by 3 right now. But I'm going to take this and I'm going to cut a 3 by 3 square. So I'm going to cut it at 3 inches here. And then I will have a piece that is 1 inch by 3. So 3 by 3 and 1 by 3. Okay, so that was 3 by 3 and 1 by 3. Okay, and then with this other piece, I'm going to cut 1 inch off of it again. Okay. And now I have another 3 by 3 square, but this one I am going to cut on the diagonal. So to cut the diagonal, I'm putting my corners right in my cutting track. Okay, and then remember, when you're cutting corners like this, you want to start in the middle, okay, so that you're not scrunching your blade against that little pointy piece of paper because it can smush quite easily. So start your blade in the middle and cut up and cut down. So now our 3 by 3 square is 2 triangles. Okay. So there's what we have. Bring this over a little bit. Okay. And that was the 6 by 6. Okay, now the other piece I realized I did not cut any cardstock for. I don't think I want to put, let me just see what I have here. So there's a piece of cardstock that is 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. That's not Not necessarily the best combination there. I should have brought another piece of cardstock. And I don't want pool party because that's just a little bit too baby pink and blue, isn't it? Yeah. Let me see what else I happen to have sitting around here. See if there's anything else close by that I can even beg, borrow, or steal. Here's a piece of Highland Heather. And how big is this? It's not quite 3 3/4. Not quite big enough. Okay, I may need to go get something. What's this? This is probably the same size, is it? Yes, it is. So that one won't work either. Okay, guess what, folks? I'm sorry. I'll be right back. Stay tuned. Talk amongst yourselves. I don't really know what I'm going to put with this at this point, but those colors will work together. This is Berry Burst. So Bubble Bath and Berry Burst. And this piece of cardstock is 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. And that was part of the cardstock that I sent in the list. So if you got the email yesterday, then you have that. Okay. And then we're going to do the same thing with this cardstock. We're going to cut it corner to corner. Okay, so again, I'm just going to put the points of my cardstock into the track, put my cutting blade somewhere in the middle, and cut up and cut down. Okay, so that is one extra cut that you need to do from what I sent you. Everything else is sized as you will need it. Okay, so then we are finished with the trimmer, with the exception, perhaps, and it's entirely up to you. I'm just going to gather up these pieces now. I had had a little time as I was getting ready for this, so I have actually cut a couple extra layers. So this is 5 1/4 by 4. So you can do just a card base and then your layers, your one sheet wonder layers, or you can add a piece of cardstock for an additional layer if you choose. But we'll see. We'll see what we do as we go. Okay, so taking all of your cardstock pieces, this is another piece of the Lighter Than Air Designer Series paper. And then these are all the cardstock pieces that I put in the email. And everything just has a very natural layer to it, right? Okay. Oops. So everything should fit nicely. These are the 3 3/4 pieces that we cut diagonally. Okay. And then to go with those. So everything should just kind of fall into place. And then you have to put it all together. And you might as well go ahead and do that because I have to do that because I didn't prep that. I just sort of cut it all and had it ready so that I would be right where you are with this. So I am just going to put glue onto a few of these backs and then I will start to stick them down. Don't. So how was everyone's day? Good day today? I was busy today. I got the packages out in the mail for our online global retreat that is coming up February 9th and 10th. So I needed to get those in the mail. so that they could get delivered in time. And then the next thing we have to do is get the tutorials finalized uh, because those need to get sent out next. Suzette, you had a busy day. You were out most of the day. Oh, well, that can be tiring and busy, but you're home now. So that's awesome. Yes. Always good to have a busy day every now and again, though, isn't it? Don't you think? It makes us feel like we're being productive. Hopefully you feel like you accomplished something. Um, not just busy running around and not getting anything done. Well, this lighter than air designer series paper, it's a 6x6 pack, but it's got such fun colors in it. It's from a hot air balloon set, but to me it kind of screams birthday and celebration. And but then tonight I was even looking at some of these colors thinking it could be spring and Easter too, because there's pastels in here and stuff, but bright colors. So yeah, lots of fun projects to come with this. What you got here? You got lots done. Oh, you got a tenant move. That's that's a big job, I suspect. Not one I have to worry about, but I've heard you talking about it, so I know that's a busy time when you have people coming and going like that. Yes. Hey, I'm gonna pick this up because I know I'm looking on an angle, and I don't I don't think get things very straight when I looking on an angle. Let's bring this one down a little bit closer. Get going. Suzette, is it mild out your way as well? It's been quite mild here for about a week or so now. Uh, Somebody said it's just the January thaw, which I suppose it could be, but we didn't have a lot of like really cold weather in January either, which is different than what we usually get. We're hoping to get some snow in February because Blue Mountain is kind of struggling right now. They're losing their base again, and that's never a good thing. So, okay. So, once you have everything on, you can make these into however many cards you want with whatever you want. But here was my thought. I'm going to do these two on one card. I'm going to do this for a card. I'm going to do these two for a card and these two for a card. So that was the four cards when I said we'll make four cards, so bring four card bases. But you can do whatever you wish. Okay. You've had cold days. Oh, 0 tomorrow with weekend snow. Okay, well, I guess it's winter out east. But so here's another question for you ladies. Um, so Lorna and I are in Ontario. Is that if someone says whereabouts are you in Canada, would you say you are in Eastern Canada? Or how would you describe to someone where in Canada, Ontario is located? This is today's burning question because it's come up a couple times in the last week or so. And the first time I was sort of like, someone said to me, "Is that Eastern Canada?" And I said, "Well, no, it's not," because I think of the Maritime provinces as Eastern Canada. Um, and so then, but are we Central Canada? We're not quite central. And then I was talking, oh, Atlantic Canada. Okay. Um, In the middle. In the middle, but we wouldn't would you call it Central Canada, Lorna? That sounded a little odd, but I did say we're kind of in the middle. And then then I was talking to someone today and she said, "Well, I would say that Ontario is Eastern Canada." And I said, "Well, what about, Nova Scotia and New Brunswick and PEI and Newfoundland?" And she said, "Well, that's the Maritimes." Maritime Canada? I don't know. Is that a term we use? Something we say? Anyway, it was all just very interesting discussion about how we describe Canada. We have the West, but what is Manitoba and Saskatchewan? They're, I think of those as Western Canada. Um, Manitoba is not really all that far west. I guess Manitoba could still kind of be central Canada, the middle of Canada. So you could have Quebec, Ontario, and Manitoba are central Canada, and then Saskatchewan, Alberta, and BC are Western Canada, and then the Maritime provinces. And I don't know that Newfoundland is actually considered a maritime province. I'm not sure about that. They were the last ones into the game, so maybe they got a different name. Anyway, it was just interesting geography stuff. Things that I'm sure we learned in school that I have totally forgotten, but yeah. Anyway, okay, moving on. So, now you just need to decide if you're going to add some extra layers and what you're going to put where. But this, kind of liking that right there. And then you also need, and you could do these right onto the card base. Okay. And just you need to decide how you're going to layer if you're using more than one. You would not say Eastern because Quebec is not Eastern Ontario, Eastern Canada. Yeah, I'm not sure. It's all very interesting, isn't it? I was sort of thinking of layering these kind of like this, just to be a little different. It's hardly even in your camera, is it? Something like that. And should we add one more, maybe on white with these pieces? I don't know how I want to put them down yet. So just kind of, you like that? Yeah, it's different, isn't it? Because we've got these triangles going on. It's a little bit funky. I'm assuming that's what you like, Laura. I don't actually know what you were referring to for sure, but we'll assume that. So just kind of lay them out, how you think you might like them. And then you can pull out sentiments or images or whatever you would like to add to your cards. And I'm looking, some of these I think need a fairly large piece on them. And I don't know that I actually cut a lot of large pieces. Well, something like that could work, I suppose. I didn't bring any blackberry bliss for layering for this part though, did I? Whoopsie. There might be another quick trip to the cardstock drawer. Let's see what we have in here. I think that I have some larger pieces in here. So I'm into my bucket. Do you save these when, you cut out a bunch of things and then just stick them all in a bag? What do we have? Oh, that one's too big. And I will confess right now that I do believe some of these shapes are no longer current because they've been sitting in my bucket here, waiting for me to do something with them, and I have still not done something with them. But there's well, that might be kind of fun. Something like that. And It's a case of just sort of playing with shapes and things to see what shapes you like on things, and then you can decide. And you could do more than one if you wanted to do an image and a sentiment. I don't like that. Could do something like that though. Yes. Oh, and this. Hmm. This one's tricky. I've never made a card with these kinds of shapes before. So this might need, um, where did that other, oh, I used that circle there, but I'm sure I have more white card stock. Did I keep a circle punch here? No, but I kept this guy here. This is the decorative circle. Let's see what we have. Yes, the triangles. Yes. Thank you, Lorna. Uh, hmm. Or maybe I could do like an image in there and then a small sentiment piece. Maybe something like that. How big is this one? This is, I cut some, I did some the other night with the paper pumpkin die, the new die from Paper Pumpkin. There we go, this guy. Maybe that. Mm, looks a little big somehow. It's just taking up too much or something. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. What about this shape? Ooh, no, that's kind of funny. It needs to be something sort of squarish, rectangular, since this is round, maybe. I don't know. Maybe something like that. Okay, well, let's just kind of go with this, shall we? See where we go. Okay, so then I've got Fresh Freesia, Blackberry Bliss, and Pool Party ink because I didn't know what I was going to want to use. And I have this, I hope your day is filled with joy. This is from the Heartfelt Hexagons set. So I'm thinking I could put that onto here, and then there's room for just a little spriggy bit or something. So let's do this with the Blackberry Bliss. Don't. And I better get out my, I don't know what I'm going to reuse, so I better clean these as I go, or we could have a big mess on our hands. Okay, and I was thinking of this guy. And I'll stamp him in Blackberry Bliss as well. Here's my scrap. I guess I could have done him in something lighter, but I did not. So we'll go with this. And then I'm not sure. Actually, let me close this. So if you are crafting along with me, this is just the part where you just play. I like this flower. I think it's fun. And it's super easy just to add a little tiny bit of color to him. I think that will work. Okay, so now we could do something similar-ish here, but this is a little larger. So what do we think? I have this guy, or this one might be go off the edge. What else did I didn't pull out a whole lot of image things, did I? Oh, I did pull out Dainty Delight because I haven't played with this for a little while. Hey, Nancy, thanks for joining us. Put this on here, and then we could add a little bit of color to him. This one's a little bit larger, so maybe we will use him. And the Blackberry Bliss is quite dark, so maybe I'll stamp this guy with fresh freesia, and we'll just give that a try on this one. Sorry, I didn't grab a clean piece of scrap paper, so I'm grabbing stuff out from under things on my desk here. There we go. And then I think we could color it with fresh freesia, and then it would all kind of coordinate with color. But I think just to be, sort of contrary and all, I'll color this with Pool Party. And I'm not even really paying a whole lot of attention to where my color is going. It's roughly inside the lines, but mostly I'm just adding some Pool Party color to this. Just to give it a little bit of interest. There we go. And then, oh, I didn't get out my Blackberry Bliss Stampin' Right marker. Maybe I should do that. And we'll give him some dark leaves. See if I can find that in here. Blackberry Bliss. There we go. I'll color these in. Oh, these are going to be quite dark. Not sure this was the best idea, but okay. Well, I can always restamp it if I decide I really hate it. We'll see maybe if I add a little bit of this, it'll just kind of pull it in. What do we think? Kind of, sort of, maybe, not really. Yeah, it's not my favorite, but it's okay. I think I'm going to go with it. And maybe we'll stamp this in Blackberry Bliss just to, tie it together, maybe. It almost needs Pool Party, though, doesn't it? Do I happen to have anything Pool Party sitting on my desk? I have Pool Party scraps. Yes, I do. So look, here's what we will do. We will cut a piece of Pool Party to frame this. I think we could do that. I just need a sentiment, and I need a sentiment that will fit in this size of cardstock. So here's one. Where is it? It was on my desk. Here we go. I used this the other night at our paper pumpkin party. Sending you birthday wishes. So that's kind of fun. I was from an old paper pumpkin from quite some time ago. I was looking for something for birthday, and I was looking for the exact right size. And anyway, I found this one. So I pulled it out, and I haven't used it for quite a while. So it was like, oh, you have to remember to go back into your paper pumpkin kits and use those stamps because there are some awesome stamp sets in the paper pumpkin kits. We got talking about how people store their stamps from paper pumpkin. Um, and there's no one way, no perfect way. It's whatever is going to work for you. But a lot of people are, they use little envelopes to put them in, or are clear mount stamp cases, and you can get a few in there. Um, so that is 2 inches by 1 inch, give or take. So I'm going to do it. I might give it a mediumly big. So I'm going to go a little bit. I'm going to go 2 1/4 plus the extra eighth, and 1 1/4 plus the extra eighth. So 3/8. How do you like my math? Just so it's got a bit of a wide. So I think, blue on blue, but I think it'll be okay. It almost looks like we need something there too, though. Does it? Does that need a frame? And if so, what color? Oh. I have this. I can punch this. And then we could cut this. I kind of think you need to take the little baubles off of this when you do it this way. Otherwise, they sort of stick out and look a little funny. Am I doing? I'm not doing that in the camera. So I'm just trimming up those sides so that we have. Oh no, I don't think so. Well, okay. Hmm. I don't know. I don't think so. It's a little odd. And I think out to the side might also be a little odd. Somehow not as quite. Not quite as odd. I don't know. This extra bump is it's a little bothersome to me. Somehow. I suppose I could just cut the whole thing off straight, couldn't I? That might be interesting. Oh, okay. It's just a little bit of cardstock and all, and I'm sure we have endless amounts of time, right? Let's just try this, see what we think. I was in a Stampin' Up meeting today with some other demonstrators, and we got talking about um, how we plan things, or what we prep, and doing our lives. I said, "Oh my goodness, I have started to call my craft spot my crafting adventure, because I've often given it a good amount of thought, but I haven't often tried things. And sometimes I start crafting and I get myself into a little bit of a pickle." Okay, so what do we think? Should I chop the top and bottom off and just make it straight across? Or should I leave it poking out? Well, leave it for a moment. Let me know what you think. Because now that I've put it together, it's not terrible that way, but I don't know. Anyway, I'm just going to set that aside for a moment. Leave it poking out. Okay. Yeah, it's not, when I was holding it up, I was thinking it looked very odd. But now that it's there, it's not so bad. What do we want to put on this one? Some sort of sentiment. I could use that birthday sentiment again. Then I don't have as much. I could put that at the top, and the flowers could dangle out the bottom, couldn't they? I suppose. Or maybe I could do it on an angle. Oh, that might be fun. Let's give that a go. See, this is what I mean. I sort of think about things. I knew I was going to do the one sheet wonder, and I had all the measurements for the designer series paper and the cardstock. And then I knew I wanted some sentiments and some images, but hadn't really thought about which ones or where or how they'd all come together. Hence the adventure. And somebody said, you know, sometimes I think people just tune in and watch me for the entertainment value. And I said, well, you know what? There's certainly that, isn't there? Because sometimes we just get a little crazy with what we're working on and what we're doing and how we try it out. But it's always wonderful when you guys are along to sort of help suggest, is this what I was going to do? I thought, oh, I was going to try and get it all the way up there. That's not going to work because that first one was too big. So maybe I'll do something like this. And then I should stop here, I think, because if I do this, it's probably going to look too busy, but that might be where the gem goes. Do like that stamp. Oh, what is that from? Oh, I was going to say, I don't think I've ever seen that before because it's new. Lifetime of Love. And I have not played with this set yet, but it's beautiful for wedding cards. Forever and always. Congratulations on your wedding day. Wishing you a lifetime of love and happiness. When I do my craft sales, particularly my farmers markets in the summer, a lot of people ask me if I have wedding cards, and it's not something I have traditionally carried. Well, yeah, almost all the wedding cards that I have made have been custom orders. People will tell me, I'm looking for these colors, or here's their names, or whatever, and so I will do a custom card for them for weddings. But I started last year when I had so many people asking about it. It's like I should really put some wedding cards into my uh, buckets, and I didn't really have a whole lot of anything to do that. So when I saw this set, it's like, oh my gosh, it's calling me. This would be perfect for wedding cards, and uh, I should get it. So I did, but I haven't played with it yet. So I'm making the daisies blue, which means I need to make my leaves a different color. Again, perhaps not the most thought out process here, but we'll go with it. Not that the leaves are necessarily better in blue, but might have suited a little bit more. But anyway, we have blue flowers. And therefore, I guess we will just have fresh freesia down here. Should have done this. I'll do the middles. And we'll do the leaves. Could have done them in green or something, but I really want to introduce another color. So there we go. We'll just do it this way. It's a card. It can be anything, right? Okay. And then one more. What do we want to put onto this guy? You know what? I know what I want to put this on again. I'm loving this already. And I might be able to get the birthday in the top. And so let's do a different, shall we do it in fresh freesia? Sure. What the heck, eh? I do like the Blackberry Bliss for this, but I hope this is going to fit. I've gone really close to the top. Yes, I think that it does. Just slide in there, and that'll give us more room for the flowers out the bottom. I'll do these with fresh freesia as well. Am I even, oh gosh, sorry folks, hardly even in the camera there, but there's the flowers. Okay, I have too much on my table. That's I have no room to be up top here. Okay, so now where did my blackberry bliss go? So going to be pretty dark, aren't they? I do this. But now I have started. Hmm, maybe I will do mhm. do this one in dark, and then I'm going to do the others later, I think, because I don't think I want them all dark. I'll do these bottoms, the blackberry bliss. I should have maybe had the my Stampin' Blends out, and then I could have had variations in the darkness of the blackberry bliss because there's a light and a dark. But anyway, all right, this is a little bit of the slow part, watching me color, because again, I hadn't planned this part, so this is going to be a lot of fresh freesia here, I think. Does look like a lot. I'll just add a dark center to this guy. Could do a dark center in him. And then do we want some blue leaves on these guys? I think that'll kind of go. Color's not normally found in nature, but yeah, it's all good. And then I think, look what we will do. The wink of Stella. We are just going to put some glitter all over this. And then I'll just kind of change it up a little bit. There we go. Now, I don't know whether you can see that or not. There, you see the shimmer on the flowers? There we go. Okay, that's for that one. Alrighty, let me clear some of these things out of the way. And let's put some of these cards together, shall we? Quickly. Oh, 10 minutes. 10 minutes left. I'm going to take the whole hour tonight. Sometimes we don't, but a one sheet wonder's a little bit more work, I think. That's my story. I'm going to stick with that. Okay. One. Now, I could even, no, I'll put this down flat and then we'll pop up the other piece. Right down here. Like that. And then we will get the dimensionals going on this guy. These backs off. Maybe down a little. There we go. I like that. Okay, there's one. Just needs a little bling, but we will get to that in a moment. We'll bling them all together at the end. Could put some ribbon on some of them too, but anyway. So I've ended up with 3 cards specifically for birthday since I used that birthday sentiment, and one that says, I hope your day is filled with joy, which could also be birthday, but it could be uh, other things as well. Did not do a good job setting that down. Okay, now this one, we think in the middle, maybe like that. That could work, eh? That was sort of how it had been sitting. So I'm going to put glue on both of these, and I'm going to cap it for a minute and let it come down to the schnozzle because it's not empty, but it's a little bit well loved at this point. I've used that one quite a bit. Oh, press that down. And then we'll pop this up with dimensionals. Oops. This is the dilemma. Where do I put them? How many do I put on here? When it's a little different shape. And sometimes it's whether it's oriented vertically or horizontally too. You think you need a different amount or you need them in different places depending on how you've done your design on the front. I think we're good. Okay, this guy. This guy. I wonder if I should pop this up. No, we'll just stick him down too. Kind of go with the flat theme for the uh, designer series paper and the popped up sentiments and images. Just kind of keep that going on. Don't. And this, I think I'm going to put it maybe down this area. Always good to sort of have an idea before you get it all sticky. And it touches something, and then you're sort of committed to that. Go. And one last one. Oh, this guy has lots of stuff that needs to be assembled still. Okay, so for this one, I think I'm going to do it like this. So I think if I put glue on both of these, then I can kind of plunk them down sort of simultaneously and hopefully get them where I would like them. So this one and this one. So this one's going to go over this way near the edge. And then I'm going to put this, he has to go, I don't want him coming off of the card, but he could actually go up to the top as well, couldn't he? There, kind of like that, perhaps. Okay, and then I think I'll put this on flat. I'm going to apologize right now because I think I have been working out of the camera yet again. Bring everything up here a little bit higher for you so you can at least see what I'm doing. I will show you all these cards at the end, but it's not really much fun watching a screen that isn't really showing you anything, is it? Probably have way more dimensionals than I need on that piece, but See, I should probably get these two ready together just so I can kind of, I guess I could hold one. Okay. So I don't have the dimensionals on this yet, but I'm thinking he might go about there. And then maybe this one should go over this way a little bit. Does that make sense? One more, and then we're on to the bling. A little bit of bling on some of our flowers, but we need more. I don't know that I've ever done anything with fresh freesia and pool party, but it's a nice combination together. There we go. Okay, so 4 cards. Are they all, get them all in if I move some of these other things out of the way? Do. Okay. I always put this up here so that I can kind of know where I should be, and then I get busy and I don't even think to look at it to tell. Okay, we need some bling. What do we want here? So those are pool party in there. Oh, thanks, Suzette. I'm glad you like them. Let's see, what else do we have? Oh, here's fresh freesia. They're pretty. These are the tinsel pack gems. Oh, those, and what colors do I have in here? I do not have any of the other colors in there. Oh, pretty peacock. No. Ooh. So many pretty things, but just not quite the right colors for what I'm doing right now. But these guys, these are very shiny. Okay, let's just let's just bling a few things up a bit here so we can see where we are. So these are sort of blue and these are sort of fresh freesia. So we could use some of these, maybe these on this one. Oops, not green. Sorry, don't want the green. Let's stick with the pink. They're very iridescent-y. Can you see that? It's just sort of, it almost looks like it's blinking on and off to me, is what you would be seeing there. But okay, and then these, I like these fresh freesia ones. I could get them out. I've used these tinsel gems quite a bit. They're sort of clear or transparent, translucent, trans whatever. But then they've got little bits of tinsel, I suppose, is what's in them. Oh, these should go on here, shouldn't they? That was our thought. Okay, and do we want, how about some of these blue guys? They could go onto this purple paper, couldn't they? Or they could go onto here. Maybe that's what we want. A little bit like that. Looks like it's going to come up. I don't think it is. I think it's just how they sit. And then what do we want? Do we want this, some of this pool party on here? Oh, maybe on there, right? A little bit on here. There we go. So we've used all sorts of gems. It's a good night in the craft studio when you get to use three different packages of gems and four different gems. Because you know me and my gems, right? So much fun. Okay, I don't know how I got those out of there, but must have opened them this way. Oh my goodness. Okay, and we'll put those back. Okay, so there we go. Um, bring these all down back in. And there you have four cards from one piece of 6x6 designer series paper. So, hi Donna, thanks for stopping by. We are just finishing here. We've made four cards with one piece of 6x6 designer series paper. So if you weren't here at the beginning and you don't know how I cut it, you can always go back and watch the beginning of this. It will post in just a minute after I finish it, and then you'll be able to see all the cutting instructions. So that's it for tonight. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope you've enjoyed it. A little bit of an adventure tonight, but but we got to a great end result. So thanks for being here and thanks for all your help with creating these cards. Have an awesome evening, everyone, and I hope to craft with you again really soon. Take care. Bye for now.